Hi YouTube, this is Swedish Survivor and Knife and Life. I will start this video by not promoting Monster, but I have to drink a bit because my mouth have been going like this now for 1.5 hours. Like always, everyone thinks. I would like to give you a little longer view on this little gorgeous knife from Kizer. This knife, it's the Kizer Ki4419A1. Jesus, that's a mouthful. You can see the name there. And again, Kizer, if you watch this video, please send a mail to knifeandlife@gmail.com and I will be helping you to name these beautiful blades, because you have come to that crossroad now in the knife community that these gorgeous and well manufactured knives that you are producing, they really deserve a good name. Really deserve a good name. This is a beautiful knife with aluminium scales, open pillar construction, a clip that, yeah, I don't know the reasoning behind this to make it that fat. If you look at another knife from Kizer, look at that low profile and look at that. I mean, it's a huge difference. You will be feeling this in hand because the clip goes up too far. So that is one thing right of the bat that I can think of that they should be doing differently. Changed it. You don't even have to change the clip. Just don't do this. This knife is running on bronze washers, bronze phosphor washers. You can see inside there. Why I mention this is because many of the Kizer knives have ball bearings. That's a better view of them. There you can see. But it doesn't matter if you have ball bearings or not, because this knife is very smooth. Really smooth. It's a very fast deploying knife. Not as smooth as a ball bearing knife, of course, but this is a brand new knife as well. Really thin profile. Perfect blade centering, as you see there. It's a really light knife. This is not a review, even though many people would categorize it as a review, but it's more of an overview basically, because I haven't used these knives for any extensive time, cutting hard materials and stuff like that, because this is not my knife. This is my good friend Matthias' knife, so I don't want to thump on it and thrash it basically. 2 thumb screws, nice thumb screws, thumb studs that are sticking out a bit from each side of the handle, so you really can get your thumb in there to open it and close it. You can do it slowly like that, or you can do it fast. Boom. Really nice. It's a liner lock knife, as you see there. Really good contact and perfect in my mind. It has perfect connection with the back of the tang. Like I said, this knife runs on bronze phosphor washers, open pillar construction, and a little linear hole at the end. A little, it's a pretty big one. Nice linear hole. You can really fit 550 paracord through there with no problem at all. It has a bit of a funky pivot screw. You can see it there. They do not give you any special tool to adjust this, but a very thin screwdriver and a long one, so you can reach from one side to the other, and you should be able to adjust this knife with no problem. Maybe you have to modify your screwdriver a bit, but it's not the worst one I have ever seen, basically. And I think it looks nice, actually, for the first time, basically. I hate funky pivot screws that are just looks like terrible, well, it looks terrible, but this one I really like, actually. It looks nice, and it fits the overall design of the knife, I think. When a real review of this knife probably will never happen, because this is not my knife and I will be returning this one to the owner. So yeah, Jesus Christ, I scratched your knife, Matthias. No. I guess this is basically a bit of a review, because this is the last video that this knife will get before I send it back. And I do not have any specifications on it, I'm afraid. But those I have is that it's an aluminium handle. Liner lock knife, an S35VN blade steel, a really thin knife, hollow grind, really high hollow grind, and a little bit of a swedge on top. This knife, I think, will be an excellent food preparation knife, because it's a very long and very thin and slim blade. Sorry for the dishwasher, it's pumping out water again. Yeah, and for what I understand, this knife will be at a little bit lower price point than, for instance, this knife with those godlike scales. Also has a bit of a funky pivot, but a good looking one. The knife that I got from my good friend, where did I put it? Here. Like this one I can adjust. It looks like a sunflower or something like that, but here is a regular T8 Torx bit. Yeah, really light knife, fast, great lockup, good contact, nice liner. It has liner on both sides. You can see a liner, and they have basically what they have done here is at the aluminium side they have taken out a bit of the inside to fit the liner inside, so it gets flushed with the rest of the handle, and that's a nice touch. And it's another process in the knife manufacturing process that costs a bit more, takes a little bit more time, I assume. So that's nice that they haven't put liner just right on top of it. So it's a nice touch, and that basically gives you the opportunity, if this lock ever fails or get damaged the lifetime of this knife, you can just change the liner and then you're good to go again. But like I said, great contact. You have a bit of a jimping on top there, and it's a functional jimping as well. The thumb really grabs onto it. So maybe this could be categorized as a tactical knife as well, because you have a long reach and you have a really good grip thanks to these fluted maybe aluminium side or this pattern here, as you see. So good grip all around, really good grip. So I think this will be a great food preparation knife. It's fully centered right out of the box. It's really sharp, like all of these Kizer knives. They are really sharp, each and every one of them. You saw there. This is not a ball bearing knife, so that's why you need to have a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? A bit of technique to use this flipper, basically like a push button. There you go. Boom. There you go. So, where was I? Yeah. I think this knife would excel in a food preparation department. I like this knife. I think it's really well made. It's a fast knife for not running on ball bearings, and it has a great steel. It's a steel. So my overall thoughts about this knife: it's really well made. If I could change anything on this knife, it would be the clip and nothing more. The clip, and maybe that would be nice actually. A backspacer here, anodized in maybe titanium. Just backspacer maybe to this, between these two pillars here. That would be cool. But I like the open construction, and it hold and the weight holds at a minimum. Everything you add to this knife will be adding to the weight as well. So I think this knife is really comfortable in hand, except this clip. That would be nice to change that one. This clip is not reversible, or you can't change it at all. The clip sits there and you can't change it there or here. So the clip is where it is, but it's a tip down clip. So the big majority of you guys will like it because it has tip down, or sorry, tip up carry. Yeah, this video is a bit shorter than the last one, and that makes me happy. Overall judgment on this knife: great knife. I like the design, the color on this one is, I like it a lot, really nice, and it looks more, what's the word I'm looking for? It looks less tactical and less dangerous, and maybe this one, and this is a quartermaster. I mean, the Kizer looks less intimidating, that's the word I'm looking for. And this knife may be in blue handle, that would be nice. Green as well, so I don't know if this knife will have more offerings concerning the color. I don't know that, but probably. Everything else in this knife I really like. Fast deploying, good lockup in every direction, great blade steel, and the weight is really nice as well. I wish I had the specs. I wish I had it, but I think that I will be investing in a really good scale any of these days, because that will help me a lot doing these reviews and this overviews, to have that I can myself just put the knife on the scale and see exactly what it weighs. You can't trust the websites all the time. I usually trust the number that comes from the manufacturer. So, but in this case I don't know how much this knife weighs, sorry. But one thing is sure, I really like it a lot. Good knife, probably one of the more less expensive one from Kizer, but nevertheless a great knife. There you go, a little bit of an overview of this Kizer Ki4419A1. Jesus, it's the longest name in history, I think. And has this made in China. This is a sticker, I have to say, I have to mention that, so you can just remove it, but I'm not gonna do that because this knife is not mine, it's Matthias' knife, my good friend, so it's up to him to remove it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video turned out semi-decent, because my English flow in this video wasn't the best. I can feel it already, but it's a work in progress, basically. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember to press the like button if you like this video and have seen the full 15 minutes. I deserve it. I'm joking a bit. But please do. If you're not a subscriber, please be. Because from here on out, you will be hearing these videos in English. And I will be better. And I will have a better flow. But yeah, I have to get some time to adjust and be comfortable again talking in English. Because it was a long time since I did it. I started out in English 4 or 5 years ago. The first knife that I ever reviewed, I think it was a Buck Nobleman. Or it can be a Kizer KT-M16 as well, I don't know. But still, my videos will be better, and I hope you enjoyed it, even though my English today and in this video sucked. Until next time, dear friends, take care of yourself and each other, and always remember to stay sharp.